All right. Hello, hello for those that are watching on the replay. Happy Wednesday. All right. All right. Let's sign in. Hello, hello. Happy 1:44. It is on my time. Getting set up. Hold on. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Hello, Diamond. How are you? All right. Let's put this over here. How are y'all? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to today's live. Feel free to stop in and say hi. How is everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy couple days after new moon. How is life treating you? How are y'all? So my name is Angelica, and we're going to get into the live in a little bit. I am offering free and paid readings today. And yeah. Hi. Hello, A. Hello, Maiden's Vibe. Hi, Jennifer. How are y'all? How are y'all? Hi, True. Let me fix my camera. Ooh, Los Angeles. Much love. Sending love back from Colorado, from Denver. So how are the energies treating y'all? Oh, Florida. Who else is from where? We got Florida in the house, Los Angeles, Denver. Oh, Jennifer, you're in Colorado too. Yay. Pennsylvania, New Mexico. Yay. From all over the place. New Hampshire. Oh, Washington. Yeah, I love Washington. It's a little humid during this time of year, but I love Washington. I've been up there quite a bit. Florida. Is that West Virginia? Columbus, Georgia. Oh, you're in Colorado Springs? I'm in Denver. I'm in the big city. Yeah, West Virginia. Oh, really? It hasn't rained in Washington? Holy cow. Really? That's very unusual for, but like we're all going through like the climate change, right? It's happening, affecting everywhere. All right, guys. So hello, my name is Angelica, from Infinite Love Healing. I am a healer, a light linguist. So basically I'm a quantum healer. But like my skills range, I have a pretty wide range of skills, and I'm able to do a lot of different things, or facilitate a lot of different work in the spiritual realm, etc. I've always been very, 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 very sensitive. Empathy is one of my strongest gifts, as well as clairaudience and claircognizance. So I just know things and I hear a lot of things. So that's me. I have been doing this work since 2018, so I'm a healer. I do a lot of healing work, whether it's ancestral healing, Reiki, a lot of different things, right? And I've been able to read people my whole life. So reading is not the only thing that I do. If you'd like to know more about me, you can check out my website. Okay. But I am offering free and paid readings today. So free readings, as well as energy work and mediumship for, those are paid services. Okay. So free readings work as possible, as follows. Hi, Cassandra. Blessed be. You leave a comment with your name and a question. It could be general, love, health, career. The more specific you are, the more specific the information. Keep in mind these are very, very short readings, and if you do want a more in-depth reading, then I would encourage you to book a private reading where I can go in super in-depth. And I don't do pregnancy or fertility, okay? Or you can have a one-card pool. All right. Paid readings, donations of 20 minimum, and all the links are in my profile. You just click on the link in my profile and you scroll all the way down. There's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and then you gotta let me know in the comments when you have donated or if you donate, okay? And the donation exchange for readings is 20, and it's 33 from energy work and mediumship. Alrighty, and if you have questions about any one of them, thank you, then let me know and I will be happy to answer them, okay? And so the way the free readings work is that I just allow my intuition and spirit to kind of guide me. To whoever needs to be read. And you can catch my lives on my YouTube channel, or yeah, the replays of my lives on my YouTube channel. All right, scanning. First of all, I'm just going to tune into the collective that's here. Thank y'all for being here. And my intention is that it serve the highest and best good of all, of each individual on their journey and their path, as well as all, like the all. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Where was it? I'm going to scroll back here a little bit. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for sharing out the live. I really appreciate that. Michelle, you're asking, will your family be made whole? This feels, what I actually feel for you is there's because of your language, and language is very telling, what I get for you is what's the perception or what's the belief behind the perception that it's quote unquote broken. There's something there that feels deeper. And because I do a lot of shadow work, is I facilitate and do a lot of my own shadow work. So a lot of times what I tune into is like deeper issues. Okay. So I'm going to scroll here. Thank you, Tanya, for the subscribing. I appreciate it. I really appreciate you. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop there. Zoe, you're asking, will I get a boyfriend this year? I mean, it could be best friend, but I'm gonna assume you mean boyfriend. There's a deeper issue here too. Okay, and please know that I deliver these messages with love. There's no judgment at all. It's just about awareness. It's about self-awareness and self-realization, okay? All right. Okay. So I'm being called to deliver a little bit more general of a message because this is going to be applicable to others in the group that's here or that watches it later on the replay. A lot of us are being guided to be solo for, not, I wouldn't say the foreseeable future, but for a while, because this is going to give us a chance to come back to ourselves, come home to ourselves. This is going to give us a chance to tune into our own energy, to tune into our own needs and meet our own needs, rather than constantly projecting unresolved wounds, traumas, or beliefs or false belief systems out into the external. Because here's the thing. All of the shadow is coming up right now. Okay. How do I say this? All of the shadow, because all of the shadow is coming up right now. You can't really run away from it like you could, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, etc. You can't really run from it and hide from it. It's going to be there in your face. So if a relationship did happen to pop in, it would need to be very, very aligned. It would need to be very, it would need to be in a specific alignment that is specific to your soul and to your requirements. Otherwise, it's going to, I guess, fall apart because of the energies and because of lack of foundation. Okay, the integrity in a foundation. Okay, so Zoe, that I feel like that applies to you as well. Okay, it might be time. Again, this gets to be your choice. You can say, fuck this bitch. She don't know what she's talking about. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It gets to be your choice. It's your life. You're the authority over it, okay? But it feels like this is where you are, and I was hearing to deliver a more general message, because this is where a lot of the collective is, because it's time to come back to ourselves, in order to heal and to really become more self-aware. Okay, it feels like you kind of fit into that collective as well. But a specific, your question, I don't feel anybody coming in this year. I feel maybe potentials. I also feel that those potentials, again, shaky because of, I would say, I'm going to say this as delicately as I can, but I'm going to say it very straightforward. Because of the lack of foundation within, very strong, resilient foundation within, those external relationships would fall away. Okay, I do feel maybe a couple of potentials, like 2 potentials, maybe a 3rd one, but it doesn't feel like they pan out. Okay. All right. Thank you for the roses, or the rose. Thank you, Denise. Oh, you're welcome, Candy. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Tish, what do you mean by will things get better? How are you perceiving them now that they aren't already exactly how they need to be? A lot of times when we speak like this and we use this type of language, it's because of the fact that we have certain beliefs that are defining our reality in a certain way, that it needs to be something else, and we're actually in resistance to acceptance. Hold on. I'll just turn my around. Let me tune into that. Okay. What I get here, it's still what I was saying about there's belief systems in place that you're very much in duality. This is bad. This is bad. This is turmoil. That's not to say that your experience of it is invalid. So please don't take it that way. Your experience of your reality is very valid. It's just about the belief systems that you're holding is amplifying what's your experience. It also feels like you get swept away. So internally, how I feel it energetically is that it feels like you're not rooted in yourself, rooted in your creatorship, and rooted in your, what is that, foundation, rooted in your peace. And these things, the external keeps changing. Keep in mind, these things are going to keep happening. All of the chaos in the world, generally speaking, it's going to keep happening. We're still not through like the massive purging that we're going through. So I would encourage anyone who's here to really anchor into yourself and find yourself. Otherwise, we're going to get swept away. And that's what feels like for you, Tish, is you keep getting swept away with all of the different things. As far as the marriage, the biggest message that I get here is that it feels like there's quite a bit of disempowerment, feeling disempowered and feeling like you have no choice in the matter. If things are really that bad, then you can choose to leave. You can choose to get counseling. You can choose to, you know what I mean? You can bring these things up and have a very honest and vulnerable and authentic conversation of, with yourself maybe first. Is this working for me? Do I want to work this out? Is this in alignment for me still? And that might bring some stuff up for you because it feels like it would. Because I don't know if you have resistance to, the D word or not. The D word being divorce. I'm not saying that that's what's necessary. I'm just saying it feels like you need to get in touch here first because it feels like a lot of disempowerment on your part and feeling powerless to invoking change in your reality and seeing it from a higher perspective. It feels like you keep getting swept away with all of the different changes and different interactions and different things that are happening in your external reality. Okay. It feels like get really, really close, or not really close, get really, really clear in you and what you want, what's best for you, and open that up to your partner. See how they're feeling. How are they feeling? You know, and if that's not something that you feel you can do, or that you can do at all, then you might have your answer in that. Okay. But it feels like there's a thing in the mind, how you're perceiving it is what I keep feeling, and feeling disempowered. So there's a lot of things there. There's a lot of things going on there. Oops. You're welcome, my dear. I hope that helps you. Come back to your power, because you are powerful. So if you are still here and you'd like a free reading, leave a comment with your name and a question. It can be general love, health, career, etc. I don't do pregnancy, but the more specific that you can be, the more specific the information that comes through. I'm glad that it resonated, Tish. And then let me know. Hi, Raven. How are you? Okay, let's see. I'm doing well. A little tired today, but I'm doing well. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have a couple. Okay, Monica, I'm feeling you. You said, what does Spirit want me to know? Let me tune into your energy first. Okay, there you are. So let me give me like a minute or a moment so that I can listen. Okay. Is there a specific? The big thing that I'm getting with you is I keep hearing just breathe. Taking some moments to yourself and breathing. Whether that's whether that comes in the form of meditating, or just taking a couple of minutes out to breathe. Because I get the sense that I'm underwater when I tune into your energy. And this is metaphorical. Almost feeling like I'm drowning, feeling like I'm underwater, trying to catch my breath. So with that, I also feel anxiety. With that, I kind of feel some panic in there as well. So it feels like taking more time out of your day in order to just breathe and come back to the present moment and realize that everything is okay and you do have everything that you need. The moment, a lot of times our minds are either in the future, in the past. They're in some kind of expectation or regret. We're going back and forth and back and forth, and like if we're worried about finances. We could be worried about safety, stability, etc. And so we start creating from that space. And it feels like take time to come back to the present moment and remind yourself of the present moment, of where you are at in the present moment, that you're not in that future. Because when you go into that future too much, you start creating it. It starts becoming a what you might call, or what people call, self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because we powerful creators, we get to create our reality. So if you spend time in that vibration too much, you're going to keep going down those timelines. Come back to your breath, come back to your body, and feel the appreciation for the moment, and come back to the present moment. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, but come back to the present moment, because it feels like there's a lot of again, it's like that getting swept in the chaos thing. Monica says, thank you, you're so right. I needed to hear this today. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, hold on. My dress was caught. Okay, so feel free to share the live and like the live. All right. Tabitha, I'm feeling you. Is Tyler running from me because of our connection? So I'm going to connect to you. I'm feeling to that connection. I guess in a roundabout way, you could say yes. What I get from that is that there's basically a mirror you're holding up, your energy, everything about you, your blueprint, etc. It's a big mirror. It feels like a big mirror that I don't know if he's quite ready to face yet, because it's making him face a lot of different things about himself. That I don't know if he's ready. And I would say, I don't know if he's willing to face that yet. Okay. So I would say essentially yes. It's mostly because of the mirror that you're holding up. It's not your fault or anything. It's simply your energy, your blueprint, and the the connection. It's mostly the reflection that seems to be triggering and activating things within him that again, like I said, I'll reiterate. I don't know if he's willing or ready to face at this moment. Okay. That's what I feel for you. Okay. Kind of thought that. I know he's attempting to heal himself. I feel like we are very similar. Yeah. The male or the masculine collective is really going through it. Because think of it. The patriarchy is breaking down. A lot of people are rebelling against it, which I have my own thoughts about. It's not exactly always the healthiest thing, but a lot of the male energy, there's a lot of uprising, a lot of rebellion against that. And so, all of the wounds and stuff and all of the old wounds, the shit that they've caused, etc. That masculine collective, it's coming up to be healed. So they're going through quite a rough time. Okay. Well, hello, Trinity. What kind of readings do I do? So I do pretty much anything except for pregnancy or fertility. I also do I do also offer energy work and mediumship. For those are paid services, but the free readings, I do these. You're welcome, Tabitha. Thank you for being here. You can do general, love, health, career, ask a question. You can have a 1-card pool. Those are the type of free readings that I do. So if anybody else doesn't have a question or want me to read for them, Samantha, love, let me tune into you, my dear. It's funny because it's 2:14 here. You asked about love. Okay, Samantha, where are you at? Okay, I found you. That's very interesting. Okay. Here's the thing, my dear. When I tune into you, you're hiding. I can typically find someone pretty quickly to tune into their energy, but you seem to have, like, we all have an aura, okay? So this is not that, but you have some kind of like force field around you that feels like you're keeping people away, okay? So as far as love goes, if you're not attracting it, I would look deeper, because it feels like this, I see it as a band of energy. It's almost like you're stiff arming people. If people try to get close to you, it's like, nope. There's a part of you, like consciously you might not be doing that, but there is an unconscious aspect of you that's like, nope, that's not safe. I'm not doing that again. That's, and it feels like it reverts. It typically will always go back to our early childhood, from our early relationships that were developed, okay, or not developed, or however they were developed. We play out those dynamics like a pattern constantly. So it feels like it goes back to that. But it feels like you have this band of energy around you, and it feels like until you dissolve that band of energy, until you become consciously aware of why you might have that in place, or what part of you is resisting or finds relationships or the concept of love unsafe, that band of energy is going to continue to sabotage. Okay? Because even when like I said, even when I was trying to find you, you're hiding. It feels like you're hiding from those relationships. Like you might want that consciously, but unconsciously, there's parts of you that are like, nope, that's not safe. Okay? So that's what I feel for you around love. So, yeah. I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, my dear, but that's what I feel. Okay. You're welcome. She says thank you. All right. There's a money wound, Trinity. It's a money wound. It's a wound around money. Samantha says it sounds and feels very accurate for me. Yeah, you got a whole band of energy around you that's like, nope. You give people the stiff arm. But that's it feels like it's on unconscious level, so it feels like, you know, do some shadow work. But that's just a suggestion. Denise, what does Spirit want me to know? So let me connect to you, Denise. Interesting. Okay. Oh. All right. This is funny. Okay. It's funny how things come in and it informs. So when I tune into you, Denise, you're standing off to my right, or not my right, my left. You're standing off to my left, which is typically where I feel feminine energy. But it's like you're just standing there. Not quite. Let me see, how do I put this? Usually people that come for readings, they typically are like, oh, me. I can feel their energy right away and I can click in. For you, you seem to be just standing there and not really doing the me thing. Not that you need to, but it's more like the image that I get is you're kind of just standing there and not really wanting to connect. And this is informing me. It's like being more open. Because you don't have to necessarily be like, oh, me. It's more like a feeling of wanting to connect. It's a feeling. And what I get from you is it's like, there's a closed offness that, no judgment, just an awareness, right? But it feels like there's a closed offness of like feeling apprehensive to connect with others. Consciously, it feels like, yeah, I do want to connect. Unconsciously, it feels unsafe. Kind of like was it Samantha who I was reading before? It's kind of like the same thing. Feeling consciously, yeah, I want to connect, but there's subconscious or unconscious parts of you that I would say really strongly feel like that's an unsafe thing to do. So your energy feels, keep this in context, out of alignment in that aspect. Because consciously you want to connect, but unconsciously there's parts of you that feel unsafe. So in that respect, there's an aspect of you that's out of alignment energetically. Okay, so that's what I feel for you. So I would encourage you to do some shadow work, self-awareness, to ask the parts of you that feel connection isn't safe, and kind of dig deeper further into that. Again, that is a suggestion. You get to be the authority over your life. So but that's what I feel for you, my dear. It feels like the overall message there is it feels like you're being guided and invited to be more open. Okay. How do you do shadow work? There's a lot of different methods out there. I'm sure there are actually, I'm about to publish this blog piece about acceptance that has shadow work in there. But there's all kinds of different platforms and people that teach shadow work. It's really easy. You kind of just tune into the feeling. It's about tuning into the feelings and tuning into the emotions. You want to feel the feeling of what you're trying to tune into. And it's actually most easy to do it when that's active. When you feel like, oh, I want to connect, but maybe frustrated that you're not connecting maybe in the way that you want to, etc. It's easiest to tap in and to tag into those feelings when they're active. However, if they're not active, an easy way to do it is you got to feel into the feeling of what you're wanting to connect with. And you want to do this in a place that is, quiet. There's no distractions, and you're tuning into yourself. Close your eyes and ask, it's a whole process. It's a whole process. So I would encourage you to find someone that, I do this type of work. But you can find these types of methods online for free. But you tag into the feeling and then you make it as visceral as you can. So you kind of, what color? Where do I feel it in my body first? Where do you feel that block? Where am I blocked? Or what is the part of me? Where is the aspect of me that feels unsafe connecting? Where is that aspect of me? And then you feel into your body. And so say you felt it in your heart. So you focus on your heart. Okay, what color do I feel? And then maybe intuitively you feel like it's black. Okay, what texture does it have? Okay, it's slimy. And it has some hard bits into it. Okay, so what is there a sound to it? It sounds, maybe there's not a sound. How does it taste? Yes. How does it taste? Maybe it tastes like, like rancid oranges or whatever. So you want to bring that feeling as visceral as you can and tune into it as much as you can. Once you do that, you kind of ask, when was the first time I felt this way? When was the first most strongest, potent memory I have of feeling this way? And then you get quiet yourself down, and let the memories surface. You kind of let the memories bubble up, and you can be like, oh, there was this one time when my mom said this to me and I felt this way, and I felt really unsafe in having any kind of connection at all. Okay? And so you follow that until you start to get to the root of, and you'll feel it when you get to the root. Sometimes this is a process and it takes multiple times. Shadow work is often mostly very multi-layered. So sometimes you might get one layer of it, but then it's like an onion, you're peeling back layers until you get to the root sometimes. So kind of that's how you kind of access that. And after you get to as deepest layer that you can, or to the root, then you start asking yourself, what do I need? What do I need to give myself? Do I need to give myself compassion? Do I need to let myself know that it's okay to connect? You kind of give yourself what you need, that you weren't given when you initially had that experience that turned into that wound. Okay, so it's a whole process of exploration and then reintegrating those parts within us. So I hope that makes sense, but there's a lot of different teachers out there that can do it, that can teach you how to do it. Oh, the screen froze. Oh, I would love to do that. Denise, how is the live? Can you see me now? Is it still buffering? I'm going to go out and come back in. 1 second.